Привіт усім, вітаю вас на Ніна Україна. У нас сьогодні випуск присвячений Квітці Цісик. Квітка Цісик народилась в Америці, її батьки емігрували з України в 49-му році, вона народилась в 53-му році, була тільки раз в Україні в 83-му році. Вона записала 2 альбоми, україномовних альбоми «Де ти тепер» і «Черемшина». Ми сьогодні послухаємо ці пісні. Я думаю, Еріку вони дуже сподобається, бо я не можу просто перестати слухати її всі пісні. Я дуже-дуже захоплена її творчістю. So Квітка Цісик, she was born in New York City, in Queens, close to New York City, and her parents migrated from the Ukraine to the US, from Western Ukraine to the US after the Second World War in 1949, and then she was born in 1953, and she spent her whole life in the US. She was learning to play violin and then to be an opera singer, and she was in Ukraine only once in 1983, and she learned Ukrainian from her parents, obviously, and she attended different local Ukrainian events. In the US, she became very popular. Her voice was used by many corporates in the US, by Ford, by McDonald's, and others for their advertisements. And one of her songs won an Oscar. She was also helping Michael Jackson and Whitney Houston. She was like vocals sometimes. And then in 80s, she decided to record 2 albums in Ukrainian. She spent her own money to record it, like $200,000, which is a lot of money for that period of time. Yeah. And she employed the best musicians, the best instruments of those times to make those recordings possible. And those 2 albums then were transported to Ukraine, often illegally, because they were forbidden by
what year would that have been?
Late 80s, like 85.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
It was still a Soviet state then.
And in the early 90s, after Soviet Union collapsed, there were efforts to invite her, and she was dreaming about coming to Ukraine and give live concerts. But unfortunately, she got breast cancer, and she died. She was struggling with breast cancer for 7 years, and she died in late 90s. So Ukrainians never had a chance to enjoy her live performances. She was born in the US, but she was so drawn to Ukrainian culture, Ukrainian music, and she tried to preserve it through those songs, which are very sentimental, very deep, very beautiful, very nice.
I suppose there's a genetic component of having a pull toward a country that you have ancestry in anyway. I think that's probably right. Because I feel that for Germany and especially for Scotland or Britain in general.
And I think particularly her voice is very, you will hear it, but it's very sentimental, very nostalgic, and I think a part of Ukrainian culture is to be like that sometimes, and like to express love and sadness at the same time in a way.
I see what you mean, yeah. Thank you for introducing me to her. Wow, I'm so sad she's not here now.
Where are you now? "De ti tepер." So you can read the lyrics here because it's in Ukrainian, so...
Okay. Where are you now? The city sleeps. The fires have gone out. Together with you we played all throughout the night. A memory of farewell, our first meeting. Where are they all now? Reflecting we awaited our encounters. Those days have gone by. You had said in times of trouble, our friendship as such, no one can wipe out in this world. A long separation, the pain of long distance, you're always in my soul. Far you will fly, forsaking all there. You'll return here again. You'll call out, where are you now? I know you remembered me in times of trouble, not just once. The autumn nights have become shorter, not only for us. All things will pass, will fly far away, our beloved waltz. That's fantastic.
Nostalgic a little bit, as you can see.
Yes. Yeah, that rings really strongly on that one.
It's like concert to her memory. So there will be her singing, and they try to combine it with live performance. Because there is no videos of her singing. It's like they can use the voice only, Though here it's also dancing.
Місто спить, згасли вогні.
so beautiful. It's graceful. I got into various forms of classical music and dance from a long time ago. It started for me not from school, because school in America doesn't teach this sort of thing.
Really?
It was my rebellion against everything that was imposed on me from the general media and radio.
When have you become the rebel?
This is how I rebel. I immersed myself in this. It happened in my 20s.
How does this song make you feel?
Oh, the elegance and beauty of life is never portrayed better than in like ballet and this kind of music. This is the kind of beauty that's essential to keeping your mind and your soul centered in what is important in life. That's absolutely beautiful, and thank you for that.
I did a video reaction to one of her songs a couple of weeks ago, and as I was preparing the video, I have learned more about her and like opened more of her songs, and I couldn't stop listening to her for like last week. She has a lot of beautiful songs.
Beautiful voice, and wow, thank you.
No, thank you so much. Дякую вам за перегляд. Якщо вам сподобалося, то залиште, будь ласка, лайк. Також привіт, чи підписані на канал. Я вас дуже люблю. Ми скоро побачимо з вами у наступних відео. Не хворійте. Па-па, bye-bye. Thank you so much for watching.